So after another incredible run by the Golden State Warriors last season, the Warriors are still going strong and might even be the team to beat in 2023. This team seriously could run it back and be the greatest dynasty of all time. As most of you guys already know by now, I cover everything about the NBA, and with the season starting to roll in, I really wanted to ramp up the content on this channel. I will be covering news and everything that happens around the NBA, so if you do enjoy this video, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe to show your support. It takes only 5 seconds and it really helps my channel grow and get pushed out to more people, plus you can always change your mind. So like I was saying earlier, the NBA season is just about here, and after an incredible championship run against all odds, the Warriors are even more loaded and ready to win another one. After we recently just found out the news that Andre Iguodala will be returning to the Bay, the roster is now fully complete, and we can start talking about next season. So Iggy did finally announce that this will be his final year in the league to Steph Curry, and I think he will be a more important part to this team than people may think. As weird as it is to say, the Warriors now are one of the older teams in the NBA, and they have a lot of playoff and championship experience under their belts. This Warriors team has been together for so long that they've been through about everything there is to go through in the NBA. They even invented a new experience in blowing a finals 3-1 lead. Sorry, I'm a Cleveland fan, so I just had to throw that in there. Anyways, the Warriors just have the perfect roster to win it all again next season, and when you add an actual center like James Wiseman back into that mix, things could get scary for the rest of the league. They really just have the perfect mix of having some young and upcoming stars, but also older veterans that can lead the team. I feel like guys like Wiggins and Poole are learning so much from Iggy, Clay, Draymond, and of course Steph Curry, and they're gonna follow in their footsteps because they see what they do on a daily basis to get better, and obviously the success that it translates into. Now moving on, I want to talk about the actual roster and why Golden State's depth is gonna be a critical part to them repeating. So starting off with one new addition the Warriors added this offseason is Donte Divincenzo. Divincenzo is one of those proven and reliable guys who can give you a solid 10 points a game off the bench, shooting about 35%, which isn't the best, but from what I've seen from guys who play behind Curry and Clay is that they generally become better shooters to no surprise. The next guy that came off the bench last year that I want to talk about is Jordan Poole. Poole would pretty much be starting on any other team in the NBA. He just happens to be playing behind the Splash Brothers, but honestly, with the minutes he plays, he basically is a starter. Poole has already made a name for himself and is on his way to being an NBA star. The Warriors have just developed this team so well to where now when the original team is ready to call it quits, they have upcoming stars right behind them to take their place. So this dynasty isn't going anywhere anytime soon. It's so crazy that this team barely even had to use their 2 lottery draft picks in Jonathan Kuminga and Moses Moody last year. Other players I haven't even mentioned yet include guys like Patrick Baldwin Jr., JaMychal Green, and Looney Tunes, as the man Flight Reacts has always called Kevin Looney. But actually, Looney will probably be in the starting lineup, so I probably shouldn't even have him in this conversation, but we don't know much about Wiseman yet. But anyways, I've been repeating myself a lot throughout this video, but I'm gonna say it again. This team is absolutely loaded with talent. Kuminga and Moody showed some flashes of what they can be in the future and the potential they have, but they have no consistency right now, so I think this upcoming season is going to be more of the same for them. But Kuminga could see the floor a little bit more, and actually I could be completely wrong and he could play a lot because he plays great physical defense already with the best of them, and since there's so much scoring on this team already, it might be good to put another athletic defender into the rotation. Draymond Green even said Kuminga could eventually be elite on the defensive end. Now moving to about how I started this video with Andre Iguodala. Despite his age, I really could see him playing consistent minutes this year, even though it's his farewell tour. He is just a very efficient and experienced player with great playmaking that actually would average almost a double-double if he played starter minutes, but obviously his body wouldn't be able to handle that. I think with some pieces leaving like Gary Payton and Otto Porter who earned new contracts, and congratulations to them, but now younger guys will have an opportunity to go against each other to earn playing time, which I think is a good thing. Now with all that said, I think it's time to talk about one of the weaknesses the Warriors do have, and it's called bad health. Last year, Golden State did finally get healthy, but like I've been saying pretty much this whole video, the roster is getting older, and there's going to have to be tons of load management. Klay Thompson finally came back in full form from his basically over 2-year injury. Curry has had ankle problems throughout his career, as most of us know. Draymond Green was out for a while last year, and of course Wiseman barely got to play at all. Things are trending uphill for Golden State in terms of injuries, but they definitely have a past of not being healthy, so that is one thing to keep an eye on in 2023. Anyways, now I want to move on to the final and most important part of this video, talking about the Warriors starting lineup and why they are in such a good position to win it all again this season. In case you're new to basketball, the most likely starting lineup for Golden State this year will be the same as last year, with Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, and Kevin Looney. We could see Wiseman take the 5 spot eventually, but he still has a lot left to prove. Steph Curry is coming off another MVP caliber type of season, which is so impressive because he really doesn't get or need to get the volume of touches that he used to. He still gets a lot, but the Warriors have so much talent and so much coaching that even when he decides to take a game off, they still will have a top 5 offense in the NBA. Klay Thompson, as I already said, finally got back from his devastating injury, but if you are new to the NBA, you would have never even known that he was injured. That's how well he played. He did go on a cold stretch, but that's normal for every player, and then he got hot towards the end of the playoff run. Klay averaged just over 20 points, about 4 rebounds, and 3 assists last year, so some pretty good numbers considering what he's been through. Next, Andrew Wiggins really took off in 2022 and made a name for himself as an all-star. No, he shouldn't have been a starter in that game, that was all popularity, but he definitely had a breakout season and earned himself a bag in the future. So I'll be interested to see how long he stays on the Warriors. Wiggins averaged about 17 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 2 assists, and he was also very efficient with the shots he took. Moving on, Draymond Green is the last all-star in this starting lineup. The Warriors kind of remind me of the Dodgers. They're both basically all-star teams. But for Draymond, I'm not even going to talk about his numbers because we all know the stuff he does doesn't show up in the box score. And like he said, why would he waste time shooting the ball when he plays with Curry and Klay? Last year when Draymond was out, the Warriors got cold and started losing a lot of games for a reason. I've already talked about the center position, so I'm not going to go too deep into it again. It's going to be a battle between Kevin Looney and James Wiseman, but I think Looney has the edge because he's a proven reliable option that they've already won a championship with. That's going to be the end of this video. I cannot wait to see how things unfold for the Warriors this upcoming season. We are finally less than a month away from the NBA season starting, and I cannot wait. I'm also super excited for the grind ahead with this channel, and I hope you guys join me for the ride. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about this video, and also let me know what you want to see next. Thank you all for watching, stay tuned for more videos, and until next time, I'll see you all later.